This week I'm continuing with my possibly foolhardy decision to do group costumes. And again, foolhardy as it may be, I have decided to do several. I decided on the placement here because the movie for the Teen Wolf series TV show is coming out shortly. I believe it's coming out in October. Every time I have Googled a release date, it has simply said October 2022. It doesn't give any more information than that, so I'm going to assume it's the 1st, but who's to say? I binged Teen Wolf back in December 2019, and it was good. Like most things, there were parts that I liked and parts that I didn't like. I can't say I'm necessarily thrilled about the upcoming movie, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm not getting into that. I'm doing costumes. Anyway, so this week, I believe it's one of my bigger weeks, with a grand total of, I think I'm doing 6 costumes, which I guess the word of this video is foolhardy, because that's what it feels like. I'm only doing one of the male outfits because it feels like, for the most part, none of them have a really distinct style. Henley and a pair of really tight pants, which, I mean, you do you. The characters I will be dressing myself as are Lydia, Stiles, Allison, and Kira. And none of them really have very iconic looks, so all of these are just kind of outfits that popped out to me that I really enjoyed from the TV show. I have done a couple of them before, but I have 2 for Lydia and 2 for Stiles, so this is going to be fun. The first one I'm going to do is one that you have seen before. It is my blue button-up dress, season 3, episode 12, I believe. Fun transition because you've already seen the making of, and if not, you can watch the video. I decided to color my hair for Lydia's costume. I used a semi-permanent hair color in the color light golden copper, and the instructions are, after shampooing, towel dry and squeeze hair of excess water. Saturate hair with product from tube and spread with comb or fingers. Avoid direct contact with the scalp. Leave on for 15 minutes. Rinse hair thoroughly with warm water. Condition and style as usual. See instruction sheet for complete directions. Do not mix with peroxide. For maximum results in vibrant color, pre-lighten hair before color application. I didn't do that. I just went ahead and put it on my natural hair, and I actually didn't have very high hopes for it sticking. You'll see that it's actually a lot brighter than I was anticipating, and the bottom half is a lot more saturated, which makes sense because I did concentrate on that a bit more. But yeah, it's great. It should be gone. The instruction said that it lasts up to 4 shampoos, so that should be fun. This is just a standard French braid that when I got to the end, I did pull it over my shoulder to make it easier to braid, but I tried to not have it pointed down. I then brushed the bangs out and did a center part. next person that you're going to see a look from me for is one of my Stiles looks. It is one that you will have seen if you have looked at my Instagram page. It is one of the first outfits that we see him in. It's like the first day of school outfit that he wears. It is slightly off, but that's just because I couldn't find the most accurate shirt to what he was wearing. I'm actually really surprised that he was able to find a The Who shirt without it saying The Who on there. Here's that. My next look was my Allison Argent costume from season 2, episode 2. I should have written this down. And this is another one that I did a whole video about. And I don't know, honestly, I just really liked the panda shirt and I wanted it. So I gave myself an excuse to make it. The next one that I did was Kira. She's very rebellious kind of style. It's styles that I actually saw when I was a teenager. This is one of the outfits that I actually could see myself wearing parts of more often. I very much liked the shirt. I really like the raglan style of shirts. For this outfit, I ended up only creating the shirt, and my first couple of attempts were terrible. The first one I used cotton voile, and it did not turn out well. I have given up on that last idea for the raglan shirt. It wasn't working any way that I tried to do it. I know that cotton doesn't have any stretch, and I knew that 100% cotton doesn't have stretch. And I knew that when I got the material, but I was thinking, oh, if I cut everything out on the bias and I make sure that I have everything be a little bit bigger, like cut it out bigger than I would normally, that I should be fine, right? No. I wish I had footage of this. I tried on one of the sleeves and it didn't go up past my, like a little bit past my elbow. I decided to cut into it and add a strip, a couple of inch wide strip. And I tried it on again and it was really tight. And what I did was I went like this. I just moved my arm and it ripped. It ripped from about here. Oddly enough, it ripped this way. It didn't rip this way, it ripped this way. So I have decided to go a different route. I did get some stretchy material that is this color. It is, I believe, technically wine, but this was the closest that they had to a pinkish reddish color. So I'm gonna try putting these together and hopefully it'll look all right. And I hated it. I got almost all the way finished. I had the white part attached to the wine colored part, and I was in the process of putting the white on the neckband area, and I absolutely hated it. For some reason, it just reminded me of a hockey jersey. And it doesn't help that the colors, this is a very close to a maroon color, and the other one was white. Maroon and white are Colorado Avalanche colors, which is a hockey team. And that just, I think I got into my own head about that, so I will not be continuing with that. I'm going to go back to what I was thinking originally, which is with the pink long sleeve shirt that I have, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut into that. So I will show you what I'm thinking. And I thought, why on earth did I not just stick with this plan in the first place? And it was because I do like this shirt, and I didn't want to get rid of it. But I have had it for a while, and so I'm not technically getting rid of it, I'm just doing something different with it. So it's going to be difficult. Bear with me while I go through losing a shirt that I really like. The plan is I have that tube of white fabric that I was using with the other stretchy material. I'm going to pin it in place before I do any cutting or any marking of any kind. I'm going to pin it roughly where I want it to be, and I will take a look at it and see if I actually like it. The more I pinned on this shirt, the less I wanted to cut it, so I thought of something. I'm thinking I kind of like how this looks, but I think it looks fine. Like, I don't have to necessarily cut anything. If I just flatline this on here like this, and also add a neckband, I should be good, and I'm not going to have to ruin the shirt at all. Okay, so I finally attached the neckline, and by attaching the neckline, the shirt is complete. The next one that I did was my other Lydia Martin look. It was from season 4, episode 5? Season 4, episode 5, yes. It's a really cute little outfit, not something that I would normally wear, but something that I'm not going to be entirely uncomfortable in. My eyes are too cuddled up with a heart condemned that should love you, and I swear I do. This was a lot more complicated than it needed to be, but what I did basically was a high ponytail. I left a bunch of hairs out to frame the face, and then I only pulled the hair through about a third of the way, a quarter of the way on the last loop, so it gives you that kind of fanned out arched look. And then I used bobby pins to secure it in place to keep the structure of the floof bit. I really wanted it to look better than this, but it didn't. And then to give that center part look, I added a couple of bobby pins afterwards, and then a headband went on top of it all. And all of the bits that hang out should be curled, but I was lazy, so I didn't. And the last one to round things off is from season 5. It's Stiles look from season 5, episode 7. And this is another one. I did notice that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 2 looks from Stiles, but neither of Stiles looks did I make anything for. All of these were purchased, or I think for the most part I didn't have to buy anything specifically for either of these looks except for the Who t-shirt. That was 6. Wow, that was 6 outfits. And I'm proud of myself for being able to complete all of them, even if it was just like, oh, I only did a shirt for this outfit, I only bought this band tee or whatever. I'm proud of myself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are prepared for more, especially as we are entering October soon. In the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Bye!